Hello, we're back. We're capping off this week with a game that I know for sure that I'm not going to play for very long. Let me just... You would fucking think that I would adjust all of this shit before I started playing the goddamn game and hitting record. Anyway, now that I have post-hitting record on all of the softwares and hardwares adjusted, playing a game to cap off the game time this week with a game that I know that I'm not going to play for very long, just because there's only so much I can show. This is a game called Soundodger Plus to be specific, but I'm just going to call it Soundodger. I think it's called Plus because it comes with the DLC packs. But anyway, this is created by Studio Bean, which, if you have watched all of my videos up until this point, also made Basketball, one of my favorite games that I have recorded on this channel. It's very good. Why is this? Oh, that's why it's spinning. Anyway, let me adjust this. There we go. Okay, now we're adjusted. Yes, Basketball, one of my favorite games that I have recorded. It's just a very well done game. And look, right there. It's featured up in this little logo, which is cool. Along with Soundodger. Soundodger is a rhythm game, which is why I didn't think that I would play it for very long, because I mean, I'm just showcasing games. There's no like narrative to play through. There's only so much that you can watch me fuck up, which is what this rhythm game is going to be. It's going to be a lot of watching me fuck up. Okay, let's look at our options. Visual settings. All this looks... I think I've played with these settings when I test recorded this a few weeks ago. Audio settings. What is smooth listening? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Help. Dodge with the mouse, slow motion, so you implement slow motion by clicking. Oh, we have the ability to use a controller. Another game that gives me the option to use an Xbox controller, which I have, but I'm not gonna go get it. I'm not gonna do that. It's in a box. I'm not gonna dig for it. Please. Slow motion ability is always available. However, overuse will clutter the arena. Use as needed. Score increases when a bullet exits the arena during normal speed. Score is not increased during slow motion or after getting hit. Hitboxes are tiny, so the only thing that can hit me is the point that something is moving. So the entire circle, the inside of the circle, that last one. You know, hitboxes are tiny except that last one, where the whole thing is hitbox. I think the cursor that I play with is a circle, and that's what this is indicating. So my hitbox is in the middle, and I need to avoid having my hitbox hit the other hitboxes. This is just in case there's anybody watching who doesn't know what the term hitbox means. It means it usually refers to like an invisible box that once you make contact with it, that's when you get damaged. It's hard to describe that verbally. You kind of just have to become familiar with what a hitbox is by playing enough video games. Some things shouldn't be dodged. So I want the heart. I want to get the heart. Or I guess I want to enter the dotted circle. I don't know what that means. Have fun. Cool. It blinks. Do you see that? Holy shit. What a nice touch. Let's clear data, just because I had to test record this very briefly just to make sure that everything ran acceptably, so that nothing like stuttered to the point where it would just be awful to watch and awful to play. This is a rhythm game, so it does have music. I read this in the description, and I'll read the description at the end of the video. You have the ability to put in your own music, like custom music tracks, and then it auto-generates a level for you. I'm not going to do that because I'm worried that I'm going to get a copyright strike, and I don't want ads to play over my videos. And if they're gonna do that without my consent, I would rather make the money off of it, you know? But I don't want that at all at any point of popularity. Like if at some point I make money from doing this, it would be from a patron thing, you know? It wouldn't be from ads. That's antithetical to everything I've talked about in all of my videos. Like, can you imagine if I had played Just Another Day at the Office and said the things that I said, but you then took ad money. Are you kidding? Can you? What a fucking hypocrite I'd be. Let's just start with Daisy Wheel. It's the first track. It's by Disaster Piece, who is an excellent composer. Film, game, probably has done television. What's this growing circle here? So you dodge the... Oh, fuck. I already fucked it up. Damn. Oh, God. This is tense. This is... It's really hard to talk and do this. Ooh. I also want to turn up the volume a little bit. Oh, no. It's too late, isn't it? It's very pretty though. It's meditative almost. A lot of people have that feeling when they play bullet hell shooters, is that it's kind of meditative. Just the moving shapes on this and lines and on the screen. I've heard some people describe as meditative. Disaster Piece always just makes wonderful music. I bought his soundtrack for It Follows on Bandcamp. An excellent soundtrack. Did such good work. How do I get out of here? Ooh. I have to remember that I only have to avoid the points, and I can actually get pretty close to, like, behind them. Just have to avoid the very tip. Yeah, you can just like slide in between. I don't even have to move. Oh, I do have to move. I don't have to move much. I can't tell if they follow me a little bit or not. Just like ever so slightly. Or if they have like a trajectory that that's not quite a straight line. Fuck. Well, we've only been hit twice, so that's not bad. I would really like to have a no-hit play, but we'll do that on a different track. I'm worried that this is gonna get copyright stricken anyway. Or just claimed. Just claimed. I don't want it to be claimed either, because then I don't want people to run ads over it. %, so it's okay. But it's not 100%, you know? Let's go back to the tracks. Let's play a couple more tracks. Let's just see what happens if we unlock some of the later ones, you know? Dummy, Radio Edit, Ghost Collective. Click and hold. I'm not gonna do that right now. Oh, why did I go in it? Why did I go toward the barrage? Yeah, that's good shit. Oof. Oh wait. Oh, the square one follows me. I don't like that. Oh, I don't know how long they follow me for either. That makes it a lot more stressful. Oh god. It's interesting that the music tracks they choose are very chilled out, but I am very stressed. Damn. Okay. Oh, I thought I was gonna get in there. Ooh, this is a lot. Oh, don't do that. Don't back it up. Don't you dare back it up. Don't you do that. I swear to God. Oh. Ooh. How? They have got some nerve flipping around like that. Talking to the shapes like they're sentient. I don't like when they do that. It makes me... I'm dreadfully stressed. I'm dreadfully stressed. Stop it. I'm scared. I can't trust the speed. It's still very fun though, and I'm not even really concerned if it's quote unquote fair. It's just fun. It's funny that it's being such... so... finicky with me. Cool. Is the level... Oh, okay, the level's done. Alright, and then there's, I saw this over here, there's a Zen mode where you getting hit doesn't, like, stop the whole thing. Alright, fields and reaches. Oh, this one has lyrics. What a pleasant time. Oh. I mean, if you think back to Basketball, if you watch that one, it also used music in a very... a game, like a good game feel way. Even though you're not doing much when you play this game, you feel like you're really doing something. Oh. Interesting glitch and panning effects here. I don't love the treatment of this vocals though. They sound a little flat to me. I just would have treated them differently. Not like flat tonally, but just like flat in the mix. That's what I'm saying. There's some like delay and reverb effect in there, but yeah, I should have done that differently. But the rest of it, I really like this track. It's interesting. I think everything's interesting though, don't I? How predictable of me. Ah. Oh, this is making me very stressed out. I don't like that. Trapping me behind that little wave. Nice little ending. I wonder how they generate tracks in this. 100% new level unlocked, new record. Cool. Gives us little 100 stamp. How many tracks are there? Oh, wow. Wow, 1 heart. I don't know how I get hearts yet. I haven't seen a heart. But I was gonna say, I wonder how the game generates tracks for custom tracks that you put in. Let's do a harder one. Let's increase our circle difficulty. I'm not going to be lulled into a sense of safety by the beginning of this. I am not gullible. What is this circle in the middle? I'm not really clear on what that is. Is it anything? I don't usually love this sort of dubstep rhythm, but this is a very... It's fun to listen to. It really makes me wonder what's coming next every second. This must have been really fun to make too. That's another thought I'm having, is that this is probably super fun to make if you're really into sound. Ooh, I accidentally implemented slow motion for a second. That's the only, like, for a split, I'm not even sure if it registered on the screen, but that was the first time I've implemented slow motion. The rest of it is happening on its own. I'm not implementing slow motion. I'm not gonna do it. It feels like I'm cheating when I do that, if I were to do that. Like, I'm not using slow motion right now. That's just how the track is going. Ah! Oh, I wasn't... Oh, I hate when it catches up. Oh. I almost ran into a point. This does help you relax your eyes a little bit. Ah, fuck. Well, not gonna get a perfect score, am I? You have to use the track slow motion to your advantage, like... Oh, fuck! How dare you! Let me find a point. Yeah, I'm trying to, like, see ahead where something isn't gonna land. Yeah. That was a cool track. It's the one I did the worst on. How many more am I gonna do? Let's I hate the use of like 8-bit sounds in music for... Ew. This sort of like the Game Boy synth holds. Ugh. Ugly. Ugly, ugly. There's a reason we moved away from it. Let's just do the next one. No. I want to do this one. A Walk in the Park. Chelsea Howe. It's called A Walk in the Park, but it's not going to be a walk in the park, you know what I mean? Oh. Ah, shit. I am parched. I am dreadfully in need of water, but I'm trapped in this circle of angry cones. Oh, fuck. Pissed one off. Ooh, it's just like slightly out of rhythm piano. Well, out of tempo, I guess. Oh, all of it's just like slightly off tempo. Oh, fuck. This is how I practice piano. Whenever I mess up, I just go, ah, shit, fuck, tits. There's nothing sexy about the word tits, by the way. It only works as like a swear. Like, tits, ah, tits. I hate when people say tits like it's sexy because it isn't. That is a straight person thing. Lesbians don't say that. They don't say tits. They don't get turned on by tits. Lifeformed. Okay, so Lifeformed. I'm gonna play this. I was gonna end with a walk in the park, but I want to play this one because I want to talk about Lifeformed and why I love them so much. So Lifeformed did the music to a game called Dust Force, which is a game that I have never played. I don't own, but I bought his soundtrack for it because it is exquisite. Fuck. It's exquisite. He also did this soundtrack to this documentary series for Double Fine Studios, which is a documentary series that... Oh, wow, it's really hard to talk about this while this is happening. Oh, okay. Double Fine Studios is a game studio that makes a bunch of adventure games. In 2014, they made an adventure game called Broken Age, and they made a documentary series about it because it was a patron-funded thing and not funded by a money publisher. So they wanted to give patrons the opportunity to see how the game was being made. So they hired a documentary film crew to film the making of that game. And Lifeformed is the man who did the music for that documentary series, and I also own the soundtrack for that and the documentary series. They're both so excellent, but the music, it brings such life and character to these real people. I really, really love that documentary series, and I hate that it's such a niche subject because I would love more than anything to just give somebody a copy so they can watch it. Although I think it's also available on YouTube, but it's worth watching in HD. I have it on a hard drive in case anybody who knows me personally wants to watch this documentary series about an adventure game, a point-and-click adventure game getting made. You get to see Elijah Wood and Jack Black and Jennifer Hale in the voiceover studio, among other things. It's just very good. I could talk about it, but Lifeformed, an excellent, so good at what he does. I look forward to whatever he puts up on his Bandcamp every single time that he does. It's always good. I just buy it without even listening because it's always good. Ah, wow. A lot of dense bursts in this one. I just really love his music. I was too busy talking. I really fucked that one up. Austin Wintry! Let's talk about Austin Wintry. Austin Wintry is a very boring man. He's a great composer. I feel nothing when I watch interviews of him. I'm so sorry, Austin, if for some reason you're seeing me talk about you. I'm worried that people are like people involved in these things are going to watch this, because one person already has. And it wouldn't be that unusual for Austin Wintry to eventually at some point see this, but he is a very boring man, at least in the interviews that I have seen him in. But that being said, he is an incredible composer. He's so good at what he does. He's done countless things. I've never played it, but I've listened to it. I really love the music that he did for his entry in Assassin's Creed. It was the one that was set in Britain. I don't remember which one, but his music in it is very good. He did the music for Journey. He did an incredible job with that. I've also heard his soundtrack in Abzu. I could rave about him all day. He's one of the greats that we have right now. The reason why I say that him being a boring person, as far as he's not, what I mean by that is that he's not quirky in a weird way that could verge on bad. I think I got so disheartened after learning about, and I'm sorry for even talking about him if you're in the know, but after learning about Jeremy Soule, that is a man who always talked about music in a very quirky, musician-y, kind of like heady, ridiculous kind of way. In a way that was so corny I couldn't take seriously. But it now just indicates to me that kind of like speech where you talk a little bit too headily about it. It makes me worry that there's like something else wrong with you. So I like that Austin Wintry he doesn't speak like a character about it, about his work and his music. He's got a very grounded, down-to-earth approach to what it is that he does. And I think we need to start praising that. We need to start praising somebody who just makes art and they're not like fucking quirky about it. They're not weird. Weird in that kind of like unbalanced way. Austin Wintry is dreadfully balanced, it seems. God, watch something come out about him. What am I saying? Why am I like ruining this beautiful track? Let's just enjoy it before we know any scandals. Hopefully there are none. Austin, we're watching you. Excellent. Excellent composer. Oh, shit. Damn, I always fuck it up at awkward moments, too. New level unlocked. Oh, damn, I really wanna play this one. It sounds fun. I think I will. This will be the absolute last one. Oh god, it's the smaller, just like unpredictable ones that don't seem to have a pattern to them that makes it harder. Oh, this is fun to listen to with headphones. Oh, that's nice. Fuck, I really didn't want to fuck this up. Ah! Oh, there's voices.
The windows closed enough to conceal the hole. In the streets there's plenty of noise but no song. They're all strangers and you've got no mother tongue.
Oh, shit.
Watching dancers below, washing out the tents.
Oh no. Okay.
Through the stories that build lies above their head.
Oh.
Bring me somebody's without name.
Oh, I really don't want to interrupt this track because it's really fun. As the kids say, we vibin'. God, I deserved that hit, didn't I? Stupid. Ah! Okay. Lovely chaos. Oh, Scheiße.
And the flowers' perfume smells like yesterday. And the lovers run to where they'd like.
Oh, God dag nabbit. And again, I always like fuck it up right before the ending. Okay, fun. There's a variety of music styles here. Adult Swim Games appears to be the publisher. Yeah, Adult Swim Games presents. Adult Swim always always fund interesting games. I've never played an Adult Swim game that I just think is shit. It's always interesting. At the very least, it captures my interest. Because I think the type of game that I dislike the most is one that I just think is boring. That's just a middling quality. That was Soundodger by one Mr. Bean. We've already talked about him in the basketball video. I loved that. Let's read the description just because I do it at the end of every video. Soundodger combines the twitchiness of bullet hell shooters with the sonic thrills of rhythm games to create a wholly unique experience. Studio Bean has updated the original Adult Swim Games title with all new tracks. Okay, so did Studio Bean just like enhance it with the new tracks, controller support, and a fully featured level editor? I guess it was just sort of like a collaborative, I don't know. But they were both involved, Adult Swim Games and Studio Bean. And a fully featured level editor plus auto-generate stages from your own music library. I might try this on my own. Again, I'm afraid to try a track that I would want to try just because I don't want to get a copyright strike. And I'm not sure that the tracks in this game would get that, just because it sounds to me like that Lifeformed track. I have purchased all of his music that he's put up on his Bandcamp, at least. I've never heard that one before. So I have a feeling that these were tracks made for the game or commissioned for the game. Commissioned or licensed for the game. So we'll see when I upload it if I get any claims. Cool. See you next week. That was the end of this week's batches. We're done for this week. I'm going to record another game now in real time, but it'll be next week for you. Goodbye. Get out of here. Look away.